Okay, mom.
Guys, I swear to God, today I just came from the gym and I was like, I didn't eat. And obviously your girl, look at this spread. Should I be eating this Krispy Kreme donut? No, but will I? Yes.
Yes.
And a warm cup of chai from my beloved.
Guys, please just give Hina some grace while she just sips on it. Okay?
Please.
Some of y'all love the ASMRs and some of y'all get really annoyed. We apologize, but she needs the chai.
Yeah, if you want me to like be me,
Survive for this episode.
I need it. I need it.
Welcome back, everyone.
Welcome back.
Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday.
We're so happy you're here. Welcome. If you already know the drill, you already know the drill. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, please. We're almost hitting like 5K, which is really exciting.
That is so
So
exciting.
y'all, 5K mission. Let's go.
We love
Let's
it.
go.
We love it.
If this episode comes out and we've reached higher than 5K, we appreciate you guys.
Absolutely. Absolutely. There's a chance.
Please follow and give us a great rating on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. And
It's
follow
linked
us on
below.
TikTok, y'all.
Just follow us everywhere. And then share everything too.
Please. Word of mouth,
We love
y'all.
it.
Come on.
We love it. Let's
those-
do it. Let's
Those
go.
aunties want to hear. Okay, guys, I have a hilarious segment.
I'm so excited.
Okay, I'm going to tell you where the segment came from.
Okay. Hit me.
I was listening to a podcast and in it they were doing, they read lyrics out loud and then you had to guess the artist who sang that lyric. So I thought, why not
my God.
add an Okay Mom twist to it?
Okay.
So I have a series of Bollywood song lyrics
Okay.
and you have to guess the song.
Okay.
I won't say guess the singer because
Oh gosh.
do you know any Bollywood singers?
A few.
I know like Sonu Nigam,
Yeah, like
Rahat.
Atif Aslam, Arjit, like
Oh yeah, Arjit. Huh?
Yeah. where the hell's your head at? I don't know how good I'm gonna be at this.
Oh, this is so jokes. Okay. Excuse my Urdu/Hindi.
Don't
Okay,
excuse mine,
y'all?
it sucks.
Just
It is what it
excuse
is.
Okay.
I'm not gonna eat yet. Okay, go.
The first one, you ready?
Yeah.
हाय मैं हो गई तेरी साजना.
Oh my god, I feel like I know this
You
one.
know it, girl. You know it. You're dancing to it too.
I don't even know. Is it from Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gham?
Yes. Yes.
Oh my god. Ye ladki hai la? No. Bole chudiyan?
Yeah, Bonnet. Yes. Yes. Girl, everybody knows that song.
Get it, girl.
You got it.
I got it.
Okay. ये किसकी है आहत ये किसका है साया.
Mar dala.
Game over, y'all. Game.
Thoughts.
Yo, you know your Chandramukhi on lock. Okay, next one. अब यहाँ से कहाँ जाए हम तेरी बाहों में मर जाए हम.
Oh, I know this song. Oh, I know this song.
I know you know it. I know you. I'm gonna give you some time.
Okay,
You got this,
okay.
You got this, girl.
Is there another lyric that you can give me?
No, I can't.
You can't give me a hint? I hate you so
I'm
much.
gonna give it away, bro.
Okay,
I'll
say it again. Say it again.
अब यहाँ से कहाँ जाए हम तेरी बाहों में मर जाए हम.
Oh, just tell me. I feel like I'm not gonna.
तुझे देखा तो ये जाना से ना.
That's a good one. I was like, oh, it's so familiar.
It's so okay. It was like it still is literally the best Bollywood song ever.
Such a good song.
Such a good
oh my
song.
god, such a good song.
Okay. I hope you get this one. This one's kind of tricky, okay?
Okay.
दीवानों की बुरी नजर से बचना हो तो सुन लो.
I'm not gonna get this one. What is it?
निम्बुड़ा.
No. I would
Oh,
never.
you haven't. Oh,
I
okay,
know
okay.
the song, but
Yeah,
I would have
yeah.
never gotten it.
You're-
I would have
okay.
never gotten it. Okay.
Okay, last one.
Okay.
के इनका आशिक मैं बन गया हूँ.
मुझको बसा ले इनमें तू मोला मेरे.
Also, that's
Right. Oh my God. Cry fest.
All like, and the lyrics to that song are like etched in my heart.
Oh my God.
It's so
that
beautiful.
song is very like beautiful.
Y'all know. I saw this TikTok once of this girl and it was her wedding day.
Yeah.
And it was like right after their nikah and she had the song playing in the background and
Stop.
he like, yeah.
I don't even know her and I'm getting emotional.
Right? And like, you know how they have the parda?
Yeah.
I love that trend. I wish it was there around like our time.
Right?
And then like he just like walks in and like he sees her or whatever. And it was just like a wholesome moment. It was so beautiful.
So beautiful.
Anyways, guys, welcome to the show.
Guys, that was so much fun.
I hope y'all got 5 out of 5.
I got 3
You
out of
did
5.
real good, girl.
I felt like I did real good, even considering that I don't even watch like Desi movies that much. But
okay, the next time I roll this segment on, it's gonna be a little hard.
I'm gonna make it. I want to be a part of this now too.
Fine.
Okay.
We gotta test the waters. You know?
We gotta test. Today was the test.
Today was the
I
test.
feel like I barely passed, but I did pass.
You did.
I did pass. Okay. All right. Let's get into it, guys.
Let's get into it.
We are bringing back what this is literally the most requested topic since this first came out. The amount of people that were just like, you guys need to talk about this again. You guys need to talk about this again. You guys need to talk about this again. So we're bringing it back. What are we talking about today, sister?
The toxic aunties.
Toxic aunties.
I feel like the
and
toxic
uncles.
aunties wanted us to bring it back too.
I think so too, because they were like, maybe they'll tell our toxic stories.
Maybe y'all will reveal how toxic I really am.
Okay, so we asked a question on our Instagram, which we always do. We also shared it on our TikTok, but TikTok doesn't have that little comment box.
Yeah.
So we asked the question, share your toxic auntie and uncle stories, because y'all know the uncles don't hold back, like we've said before.
Yo, the uncles?
The uncles just, sometimes they're a little bit much. Like they're a bit too much. And we are going to read out some of your scenarios. As we always say, everything is anonymous. So for the ones that shared, thank you. And there were so many comments. I think we still have people saying stuff right now.
We do.
Okay. I just want to say, I genuinely feel like, you know, when someone has like all this stuff like boiling in them and they just need to like let it out.
Bras nikalni hai, okay?
I was going to use that word. Yeah. Bhadas nikalni hai, right? So like when you need to like let it out, this was their moment.
This was their moment.
I say, they were like, we're letting it all out. They let it all out. Let's roll. Let's roll.
Also, again, we're just gonna say this because we always get a little heat from these topics. Guys, if we laugh at it, we're just kidding. It's just a joke. Y'all laugh with us, okay? We sincerely appreciate you sharing.
Yeah.
We know that some of these can be very traumatic. We know we've been through it. We've experienced it. So we understand, we appreciate it, but we hope y'all can laugh at our trauma too.
Absolutely.
All right, you want me to go first?
Yes.
Okay, because this one is hilarious.
Okay.
Auntie saw me with my girl best friend. She's taller than me. My mom got a call that I was with a boy.
In what world? What?
Guys, I can't.
Remember the last one we did? Somebody was like, oh, they saw me with like, who was it? Like they saw me with like my husband.
Yeah.
And now it's like, you saw me with your girl best friend?
And she's taller than me. And I got a phone call from my mom saying,
Yo,
it's a boy.
This is like Bend It Like Beckham. You remember Bend It Like Beckham? You remember that happened in there? Oh my God.
And she had a boy cut too.
Oh, yes, she did.
Oh my God, I remember that.
What would your mom even say?
I don't know. Tum ladke ke saath thi, and you're sitting there being like, but I wasn't. I wasn't with, and you know, when you backtrack and you're tracing all your steps, like, was I with someone? Who was I with? Where was I? And then you feel like you actually got caught for something when you didn't even do anything wrong.
Y'all, you know that feeling you get when your mom calls you out?
Hi.
It's literally like this sinking. It's like the Titanic is sinking inside you. Like, I can't explain it. It's the worst feeling ever.
I get ghabrahat. I'm like,
Wonderful way to like explain ghabrahat. Early in my marriage, my mother-in-law was talking about how easy it is for some brides to look flawless while others don't. She was making hints all along after the wedding about how makeup really helped my face. She then went on to show me a girl's Facebook who was their family friend in her bridal attire and asked me what I thought. Naturally, I thought the girl was gorgeous, so I commented, wow, she's looking great, love her outfit. To that, my mother-in-law responded with a great sigh. Yes, this is who I wanted my son to marry. Her look made more sense with him than anyone else's. What? Yo,
I would have been like, it's all right. Get me the papers. Let me cut this off right now.
Whoa.
Are you kidding me?
That is so shady.
Uske saath kar lo phir.
Yeah, right?
Why are you getting me involved?
Yo, the fact that she like is like, here, let me show you somebody. Uruje, dekho. Isko zara dekho. Ye kis tarah lag rahi hai?
Yo, what if I responded and said, क्या बकवास है? क्या choice है?
नहीं, मुझे ये कपड़े इतने नहीं अच्छे लग रहे।
ये last season के है।
नहीं आंटी, नहीं इसकी
No, you know what you do in return? You show them a handsome boy.
Oh,
And like, आंटी आपको इसकी तस्वीर कैसे लगती है? हाँ, मैंने पहले इसके साथ करनी थी।
yo, I didn't even think that far. My thought process stopped over here. You went all the way to the end.
You know, these aunties need to learn a lesson.
That's
too.
a touchdown. That's a
You
touchdown.
picked a bride. You have
Yeah.
your son married. She's taking care of him.
Yeah.
And you're gonna show her a picture of some other woman.
Yo, you know, we talk about this is the damn tane. That's not even underlying.
No,
you're not
that's
even
to
being
your face.
sneaky. You're being snaky
Oh
to someone's
my God.
face.
I can't.
That stuff needs to stop. That's
aunties.
audacity.
Okay, I got one.
Here you go.
I was out with my cousin in Punjab, and some random dude in the market called my dad in the UK to tell him that I was with a boy.
Yo, what's with this deal of like seeing somebody with a? It's always related to boys.
Okay, but
Always.
the overseas call. Oh, we mentioned this before. The overseas call is so triggering to me.
Yeah. It's sometimes even like, your uncle from this country sent me a picture of you on your Instagram.
I can't
What
with
the
some
hell?
people. Like, can we just not? Can you not? And
I don't know.
she's out with her cousin.
That's the thing.
You're out with your cousin.
that's the
It's
thing.
family.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
a
yeah.
random person in the market is gonna call your. Okay, can we just deep this for a second? A random person in the market is gonna call your dad while your dad is in the UK to say that I saw your girl with a boy, which was her cousin.
What is happening here?
Then you're told when you're back home that you can't go to the bazaar alone.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
If somebody else is busy, you end up going with somebody, and even that's an issue.
First of all, if I was back home, I would never go alone.
Yeah.
Like, I would never go alone.
Yeah.
I just don't feel like it's safe to go alone.
But like, if you, I totally understand that you're not allowed to go alone. But then when you go with somebody who's family, that's also a problem.
Everything is a problem.
Everything is a
Ruj,
problem.
Everything. Just stop breathing. And the problem ends you.
I'm 32 and I'm married, and uncles and aunties still tell me that I don't say salam properly.
This is a trigger for me, okay? This is a trigger. Like, let's say awkward sitch, you're going to somebody's house,
Yeah.
right? And like 5 million people are saying hello to this person.
Okay.
So you're like, I'll come back and say hi or whatever. Like,
Yep.
this is your thought process, not like, ugh, ew, not gonna say salam to him. For some reason, I feel like that's what they think it is.
They do, 100%.
It's not like that. And so you walk out, and then all of a sudden it's like, तुमने तो सलाम ही नहीं किया, तुम तो सलाम ही नहीं करती, तुम तो बस देख के चली जाती हो, इतनी बदतमीज हो तो.
Or they're just like, शादी हो के भी तमीज नहीं सीखी.
Or like, माँ बाप ने ज्यादा ही लाड किया.
खामन भी नहीं सलाम करता होगा. बच्चों को क्या सिखाएंगे?
Too westernized. You're too westernized. This is what Western people do.
जब हम इधर आते हैं ना, हमारे वो तौर तरीके भूल जाते हैं बच्चे.
Yeah. And then you get that daunt and you're stand. And what do you do when you stand there? Honestly, you can't say shit. Okay, so you're
just like
standing
this.
there like, नहीं, नहीं, इस तरह की कोई बात नहीं है. आप बस busy थे.
नहीं, आप बात कर रहे थे किसी से, मैंने कहा मैं बाद में आ जाऊंगी.
And then they would be like, बाद में क्यों? आपको इंतजार कर लेना चाहिए था. You know, there's always like a couple of those uncles that like they gotta throw in a dig. Like they gotta go in.
You know what else is the worst? I feel like men get this a lot, where they'll say salam to an uncle, and then uncles are like, "Oh, you didn't shake my hand." It's like, it's so awkward with uncles. What is the protocol?
What do you want?
How do you say
Can
salam?
you wear a label next time? Like, hello, I need a hug. Hello, I need a handshake. Like, we don't know.
I'm gonna give you PR on your head.
Yeah.
Give me the 3 categories so I know what to do.
Yeah, or like imagine you go up to an uncle as a girl and you're like, what's happening here? Are we lowering the head? Are we shaking the hand?
Am I doing this?
Am I doing one of these? It's not even this. It's usually like, you know, like you don't even know which way do we
Sometimes-
navigate this?
Sometimes when uncles will say that to me, and they're like, I'll just be like, gee.
Yeah. Like you gotta be respectful because like if you're not, then it's like, oh, it's gonna get back to my mom and dad.
Yeah, and
The
then
way.
I walk away, my cheeks hurt because I'm just like, gee.
And then inside, you know, when I walk away, I'm just like, oh my God, like, ugh, why is it so serious? It doesn't have to.
So
And I'm sitting here thinking
serious.
like, do I say this stuff to my nieces and nephews? Like, I actually want to like check myself, be like, do I say this? Do I do things like this? I don't think so.
You know, but sometimes I feel like I catch myself like acting when my kids don't do it.
I do that. Oh my God.
You know what I mean?
do that
Like
too.
if my kids don't say salam right away, whatever, I act on it, but it's because I've been, it's ingrained in us to make them do that. But part of me is like, let's let them catch a break because my kids initially won't jump in a social setting. They need like some like time to adjust. And it's just who they are. My youngest one gets scared. He has like social anxiety.
Yeah, but that's normal. It's like random people that he's never seen or like he's seen a few times.
But I do find myself getting worked up like, oh my God, they didn't say salam. Oh my God, they didn't say salam.
That's because our parents always said that to us. Like as soon as you go to someone's house or if you meet someone, always go and say like salam to them.
Yeah.
Like always say hello.
Yeah.
It's rude if you don't. It's disrespectful. And then when you didn't, they'd be like, "Tumne salam nahi kiya? Jao jaake salam karke aao." And I'm like a 2-year-old me walking up to them like, oh. So I feel like it is awkward for them, and I do the same thing,
right?
But then I also was like, I'm gonna stop because you shouldn't force your kids to say hello to someone. Like for me, it's like they know, like my kids know that, like, hey, like, you know, when you meet like an uncle or an aunt, like say hello, say salam, and like, you know, you should always like be welcoming and stuff. But like, what if my child is like, they genuinely are like having a moment, you know? I don't want to force them to do it either, right? Like,
and sometimes my kids do it even when family comes over.
Yeah,
even
exactly.
It's like, no. Sometimes they'll just be like, and they're just like not in the mood.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to force it. But you know what? I do appreciate the people that if that moment does happen and my kids won't say salam or whatever, they'll just be like, it's okay. They'll warm up. I appreciate that.
I appreciate
because
that too.
I feel like they get it.
Yeah. And like, I even have a couple of uncles in my family that are always like, koi baat nahi. Like, it's okay, whatever. And then they're like very playful with them. And so eventually they do warm up to them. But that's what it is. You have to warm up to people.
Yeah.
Right? Like they're children.
Yeah. I don't like force them to line up and say salam to everyone.
I had a miscarriage, and a day later, my husband's khala, which is husband's mom's sister, said, "So when are you trying again?" Yo,
A day later.
A day later.
We're so sorry that happened.
So sorry that happened. That's horrible.
But a day later.
A day later.
Like, at least let her even process what's happening.
I just wonder, is there no thought process? Like, do they not think before they say stuff like this?
Yeah.
And who says this stuff?
You don't even know what the other person is going through.
Yeah. You know what I think it is? I think a lot of like women, they suppress their emotions when it comes to things like this. Like I would say the older generation.
Yeah.
Where like for them, it's like be strong and trek on through. So like, yeah, I had a miscarriage and like it really hurt me. But like I have to be strong and put up this like strong front because I have to be that woman that holds everything down. And so they don't take the time to process.
Yeah.
For them, it's just like move on and like one day I'll have another kid or whatever. So when other people ask them these questions, like I'm talking our parents, Jen.
Yeah.
For them, it doesn't have the same impact as it does on us. Have you ever noticed that?
Yep.
That like you'll tell your mom, like there's times when I've been to my mom, like pre-warning, okay? These are the things you don't say to anybody.
Yeah.
You never say someone's gained weight, okay? You never ask when someone's having a baby. You don't ask when they're getting married. These are all things you don't ask. Like we have these conversations with mom, and my mom is like, I understand, but like, don't you think people are a little too sensitive? And I'm like, yes, in a sense they are, right? But there's certain things where I'm like, no, these things are not things that you're too sensitive about.
Yeah.
Like, this situation is so out of line.
Yeah. Also, like, what really bothers me in situations like this is you don't know that person's journey.
Yeah.
You don't know how much they had been trying. You don't know if it was like, if they have like IVF or whatever their road has been to actually get pregnant. And then if that was taken away from them, now you're gonna, like, you know when they say like, well, what are they? Zakham pe namak lagana.
Oh yeah,
like, that's
putting
what
salt
you're doing.
in the wound. Yeah,
putting salts on your wound because you don't know what that person is gonna. And then you don't know that if they can actually even like have kids after this.
And
how long it's gonna take.
Like that's
the
PTSD.
Trauma. Yeah,
that's PTSD. Like going and the thing is, like, you know, when you have a miscarriage, it's not just like, oh, I lost the baby. Like it can actually be really painful.
Yeah. Where did I read somewhere that even after you have a miscarriage, like those cells remain in a woman's body?
And then you have to kind of go through like a process depending on where you are, I think, in that whole like how far along you were. But it's really hard because you don't even like understand. I think as soon as you find out that you are pregnant, immediately there's this attachment. Like there's just this attachment that you have, and like losing that part of you when you're so excited and like whatever it may be. A loss is a loss is a loss.
Exactly.
Let's be real. Okay. Like any loss is a loss. It doesn't matter if it's like 1 day, 3 days, 5 days, like it's still your child. You know what I mean? So I think that people have to be a lot more compassionate. Like this bullshit.
This is nonsense.
Oh my God. And honestly, I would probably like tell my significant other, like, this is what your aunt said. You need to talk to her.
Oh yeah, this would be one of those, I'm gonna vent to you and you need to do something about it.
Do something about it, because like she needs to know that what she said is so out of line, and I would love an apology.
Yeah.
But like, it's also like, if she does come and apologize, what are you going to say? You're going to accept the down apology.
You're going to accept it, but at least maybe, which, you know what, let's be real. Sometimes with these aunties, it's not the case. But maybe when you do say something, maybe they'll realize like, oh yeah, I shouldn't have said that.
I shouldn't have said that. And it also, like, if you are like brave enough to have that conversation, you can tell them. You can be like, I know like maybe you just said it and you didn't think about it, but like, do you understand like how difficult it's been for me? And like, if you do share a part of your story, sometimes it like makes the situation more like humanizing, or like makes it more relatable if you're sharing your perspective. Because a lot of the times we as girls, we really do just like nicely kind of, oh, it's okay, let it go. You know? 'Cause, like, even in this situation, I doubt that, like, I'm not sure, but like, I don't think that this person was like gonna say something back, right? Because you can't, like, the situation is so like, where did that come from?
Yeah. But also, like, I think, I don't know. We also have to normalize, and you and I are going to have a conversation about this in future episodes. Like, not everybody wants to have kids. And this is a reality that I feel like nobody is ready to say out loud. It's not always, like, sometimes in life, you just feel like the world is such a scary place and you don't want to bring kids into this world, right? Yeah. And then let's say you do have a miscarriage, and then you kind of take it as, I don't want to have kids after this. Like, I'm done. We tried and it didn't work out or whatever. Or you keep trying and it still doesn't work out.
Yeah.
Then what are you supposed to do?
Yeah.
And then you're hearing all these comments like it's in your hands.
That's the thing,
I think
right?
that's the part that frustrates people the most. This is not in my control.
Yeah.
I got pregnant. I was happy. I lost the baby. That was not in my control.
Yeah.
When I'm supposed to get pregnant next, quote unquote, is also not in my control.
Yeah. Or it's also when people will be like, well, is it like your fault that this happened, or is it this person's fault?
Or when they make the comments, they're like, well, were you exercising? Oh, did you not eat? Were you eating? Were you eating X, Y, and Z?
Heavy things?
Yeah. Did you go up and down the stairs too much?
My God.
Did you choke?
Oh my God. I hate that stuff.
That stuff really bothers me too. Like, first of all, none of your business.
None of your
whatever business I was doing. But also, like, when you end up prying like that, you're just adding more to the situation.
Yeah, and you're like,
making her feel worse.
A way to invalidate someone's like trauma.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? To be like, well, let me try to make sense of this. Why do you need to make sense of anything?
Yeah.
It's not your loss.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry. It has nothing to do with you.
But people feel the need to make sense of other people's loss, it's just like, so much.
Are you kidding me? Yeah. Like, like, I've actually heard stories where like someone will lose a child and like literally the way that people ask them questions, which is so disgusting. Like, what happened? How did this happen? What were you doing leading up to that?
Oh my
gosh. What were you doing leading up to that? And like all these little things that they like need to like throw in your face, like, oh my God, it must have been Nazar, or it must have been this, it must have been that. But it's just like, those things are not in your damn control. Like, everybody needs to take a step back and like respect people's boundaries, respect the situation that they're in, be sympathetic to them because they're going through a lot. Like, I don't think people understand. You have to actually go through a loss to understand it. And it's something very difficult to go through.
And you can't keep saying all these things and trying to make sense of what happened.
Yeah.
Because you're not helping the person. If you're gonna go visit somebody after a loss, please benefit that visit.
Yes. Or don't go.
Or don't go. Like, literally go and see that person and be like, hey, what can I do for you? Hey, can I bring you something? Can I just come and see you? Do something that's going to benefit the person who's going through such a traumatic loss versus prying and saying all these things like, what? Chalo, next, let's go. Next.
You know what I've also noticed? Like, this is going on a bit of a tangent, but like, I've also noticed that a lot of the times, because the woman is the one carrying the child, a lot of the blame falls on her.
100%.
Like, the man could be like infertile till the day, till the end of time. Okay. Literally. Okay. But it's always the woman. It's always our fault. And we went up the stairs. We joked.
We joked. Okay. And like, if a girl is having infertility issues, it's immediately her fault.
Immediately. There's no
diet guy.
Yeah.
Tum kya karti ho?
Yeah.
You're overweight. You're underweight.
Yeah.
You're too tall.
Yeah.
I've heard random things.
I believe it.
Oh, this is the why she can't get pregnant.
Yeah.
What do you mean she? It's a they.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. And it's so hard because like it brings down a girl so much. I think when you hear that constantly, even if you're not trying and you're like, okay, I'm planning on trying. Let's say you're like, okay, we're planning on trying. You hear that after a month, somebody saying to you like, oh my God, what's the matter? Like one person says that, immediately in your head, you're like, something's wrong, something's wrong, something's wrong.
Yep.
Because you just pick up on, and you're like, oh my God, what if something is wrong? Oh my, and then you're stressed and you're like, you know what I mean? You shouldn't be that way, but like people stress you out. So I just think those comments are insane.
And the trauma of growing up being like, even a man looks your way, you gonna get pregnant. Okay. So now you're sitting there married being like, all right, I'm gonna do it once. And we're good to go. This girl's gonna be pregnant. It does not work that way. We need to change this in our community.
There's just like a lack of education, but it's also because the topic is so taboo.
It is so taboo, but it's like, I swear to God, growing up, we would be like, "Banda haath bhi lagaye na."
Yeah.
And you're gonna be pregnant, and you're like, "Oh God, oh God." Everybody just like, keep your gaze down. Keep your gaze down. Don't look at anyone.
Lower the gaze.
So I was 16 when this happened. And basically, this auntie and her son came over to my house when my mom wasn't there. Obviously, I let them in, I seated them, and immediately started making chai and preparing some sort of food for her and her son. When I tell you she did not use a plate while eating, it was samosas and finger food, but she fully made me do a 360 turn and said I had gained weight. Then she made me stand next to her son and compared the two of us.
Okay, that is a phone drop for sure.
Can we just unpack this right now?
There's so much to unpack.
And the fact that her mom wasn't there.
That's what's triggering me. Why are you coming into my house with no parents?
You are just so lucky that this. But she's so lucky that this girl was nice enough to let you in the house.
Yo.
And then she's also making you chai and serving you samosa.
And she's doing a 360 rotation for you?
Are you kidding me?
Stop this.
Yo, this auntie's like, I need to see that back.
Does she have childbearing hips? I'm telling you, the way they analyze and overanalyze.
Height compared to Jodi say the girl's 16.
That's, oh my God.
The girl is 16.
I forgot about that. Yo, 16?
This is
16 is uncalled for. You guys, I just had a moment where I was like, yo, she's 16, but like legit 16 is a legal age.
I can't breathe.
You can't even, can you even have rishtas happening at 16? Like, real question. It has to be 19, right?
Girl, at least be legal age, like 18 at least.
Yo, what the heck? No wonder she opened the door.
No wonder she opened the door.
What the hell? Oh my God. No, I've never heard of that. Whoever this auntie is, send us her picture. We need to put a wanted poster up. My God.
This auntie out here, she's just wanting the younger gen.
Yo, but
this is a big problem too. All these sauces have older boys and they want young kids.
You know what?
They want to mold them.
We talked about this, okay? And we actually got a little bit of heat for this too. That it's like, well, why would any guy want to marry someone that's like close to like 30 or 35, 37, 40? Because your days for having children are gone. I'm like, are y'all that like... Are you serious? You can still have kids, guys.
Yeah.
You can still have kids at that age.
Yep.
That's not the issue. But if you're 40 and you're looking for a like 16-year-old, a 19-year-old, the reason we say that it's a little odd is because there is a huge gap of your thinking, in your way of life, in how you're doing things. You are basically going to be raising this girl up.
Yep.
And honestly, it's sad because the girl probably doesn't even know what the hell she wants.
And when she's in her 20s and in her 30s, that's when you're going to turn around and she's going to be like, what the heck did I do?
Absolutely. Because you do come to a point when you have a realization and you're like, wait a second, maybe this is not what I wanted. It's like the girls are being groomed. Okay. And it's really sad because you're very naive and immature at that age.
Yeah.
Like you are. I don't care how mature you think you are. I don't care how mature you think you are. But at 18, 19, 17, you're still a teenager.
Yep.
Like you're not even a young adult yet.
Yep.
Like you're a teen. You can't, how do you go about making a life decision and like sticking to that when you don't even know who you are?
Exactly.
That's messed up.
And also, you're going to feel like, because I feel like we're realizing this in our 30s though, but when you reach a certain age, you're going to realize like, I am not my own person. Because I spent so much of my young years trying to adapt to somebody's mentality who's so much older than I am.
100%. And you want to know what the crazy thing is? Look, when you're younger, right? You're at your parents' house and yeah, your parents are doing things for you, but you're still under your parents' roof, right? So you still follow their rules and regulations. You get older. Let's say you're at your parents' house till you're like 19.
Right.
Then you go off and you get married. Now you're under somebody else, especially if there's a major age gap. Then it's like, I got to cook for him. I got to clean for him. And there's nothing wrong with that. But like, what about what you need in your life for you?
Yeah.
What about that?
Yeah.
Because that is so important and nobody ever pays attention to that. And now because the newer gen and our gen is more like, no, what we want to do, if we do want to be a little selfish, that matters too. Now you have like these like backwards men that come out and they're like, you don't have a good upbringing. You're not like one of those like proper desi women that takes care of her man. But I think you can have a balance. It doesn't have to be this like nasty misogynistic stuff that happens.
And also, like, honestly, realistically speaking, like, nobody really wants that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, again, we've mentioned this about do's and don'ts in relationships. It's a partnership. And you can find a happy balance where you feel taken care of and he feels taken care of. It doesn't necessarily mean that, you know, masi ki tarah lagi hui hai kitchen mein all day to serve her man only so that he can sit in front of the couch all night. And she's been home all day being like, so that's it?
Yeah, like she's filling your cup,
it?
but how are you filling her cup?
Exactly.
The other thing I was going to say is like with this situation, what the hell was her son doing? Did he say anything to his mom? Did he call his mom out and be like, Mom, what the hell are you saying to her? Like,
yo, we need
she
to know.
opened her door for you and me to come into the house. She's alone at home and you're making her do 360 turns. And then you're saying that she's gained weight and she's making you jaw and you're making me stand beside her. Like, what's wrong with you, Mom? Because I know you're the type too, where like when our parents are like saying things that are a little bit like, like we will definitely say something, right?
But also to me, like, that boy's a red flag.
That boy's such a red flag.
Because he's going to get married and he's never going to stand up for his wife. And he's going to be like, it's just the way she is.
You know the man you need? The man that would look at his mom and be like, stop, Mom.
Yeah.
Like, we don't need to do this.
This is not why we're here.
That's the
And then look at the girl and be like, your try was good. We're going to excuse ourselves.
Yeah.
Let us know when your mom's back.
Thank you. Thank you.
And then we walk out of that door. You have no business
and then
being
you
there
sit in your
anyways.
car and you have a talk with your mama. Because honest to God, like I'm telling you, like it's okay. You know what? Maybe I can't even blame this on like, oh, it's just their generation. That's not true. There's a lot of women that are amazing mother-in-laws, amazing women out there. It's just the way people are.
Yeah.
It's the way people are. It's disgusting, honestly. I would never let that
And like
shit
the way
slide.
that she's just like going into people's homes as if that was like, yehi maqsad tha. You went into their home just to go and like scout girls for your son.
Bro, I opened the door for you. You would come in?
Yeah.
And you're telling me I'm fat?
Yeah. And then you're making me stand next to a ghair mard. Astaghfirullah.
Aunts and uncles that go after their nephews and nieces waiting for their downfall. Whoa. That is a big one though.
That is a big one.
Because I think, and this happens in families where there's like a lot of drama where like they always want their kids to be the best. And like everyone else's kid, it's like they can't give them a compliment. Sometimes I think it comes from a place of jealousy that like someone else's kids are doing better than my kids. So immediately you need to bring them down and be like, no, but look at my kids. But look at my kids. Look. And I'm just like, oh my God, like it's not that serious.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
Or it's the other way around where it's like they need to bring the nieces and nephews down because they want to be next in line.
Oh.
You know, a very Lion King situation.
Oh.
Where Scar was like, hold up. I'm a mess this stuff up because I want to rule this kingdom.
I want to rule this kingdom. I want the land back home in Pakistan.
Bro, this land back home in Pakistan.
Yo, the Almi jung over like the zamine back home. Like, holy shit.
I can't. Every other person I know, हम पाकिस्तान जा रहे क्यों? वो बस हमारी ज़मीन का काम है ना. Yo, this ज़मीन का काम has been running for 40 years. There's no solution.
You know what? I just think it gets there's too much drama in it.
I think all the parents need to wrap it up, bring it all back here, okay? Because they know कि अगर आप लोग चलेंगे ना, हमारा कुछ नहीं होना. Because we can't handle courts in Pakistan. Figure it out.
Yo, that's so true. Like, what would we know? Honestly,
I would literally go there and be like,
they'd be like, "Hey, Uruje, you have to pay like $1 million." You'd be like, "All right, here you go."
I'll be like, yes, और कुछ? Gee, thank you. The manners? Gee, thank you. और कुछ?
Oh my God.
मैं साथ चाय बनाऊँ आपके लिए?
They would run over us. Okay?
Yeah,
They
big
would
number.
run over us.
And then my parents in my back of my mind would be like, Urdu mein na baat karo. Tumhari accent hai. Unko pata chal gaya tum kahan se ho?
There's no hope.
There's
like
no
you
hope.
can't have those expectations from us. I'm sorry. Okay. I mean, if it was something to do with over here, different story, because we would hold it down.
Yeah.
We would hold it down.
Also, like the laws are so different. Everything's so different here.
So
over there, I swear, bas paise do.
Yeah, literally. That's what it is. That's what it is.
What does it say? Safarish? Nahi.
No,
Kya hai?
How do you say
Rihaish?
No. I know what you're trying to say.
There's a word.
How do you say
bribe
in Urdu? Rishwat.
Yeah.
Rishwat.
Yeah, one time I remember I was in Pakistan and we got pulled over, but this is when they just released their like first highway from Lahore to Faisalabad, right?
Yeah.
I think it's called the Metro or something.
Yeah.
I'm probably making this up. Anyways, we were on it. My cousin was driving a little fast, got pulled over by the cops, whatever. And just aram se my taibu walked over, slapped a couple of rupees in his hands. We got in the car and drove off. And I was like,
all right, see you later.
Safe.
Good knowing you. Toxic auntie on my in-laws side talked crap about me and my husband for doing a dance on our mehndi. It was very tastefully done, nice, sweet, and simple songs. Fast forward a few years, when her son got married, they had a trailer video thingy playing at the walima, and her daughter-in-law was more than half naked in the video, and all of her son's friends were getting high and drunk in the parking lot. Lady needs to focus on her own kids first. My, have the tell the tables have turned.
I love how she's like Adi Nangi dancing.
You know what? I'm always like, listen, jo karna karo, okay? It's not in my zone. If it's not in my zone, jo karna karo. It has no effect on me. Like, I don't want to ever get involved in other people's shit. So I feel like aunties, and you know, I think we talked about this in the last episode too, when we were talking about toxic aunties, the aunties that have kids. And their kids are up to God knows what. Okay, honestly. And the fact that like our gen, like we probably know their kids and we know what's happening.
Bro.
But the way that they come for you and they think their kids are like angels. And D-Lo, the things that their kids are doing.
Girl?
What? What?
Pooja? What is behavior?
What is behavior, Pooja? Pooja. Listen.
Okay, listen though. I'ma say it. Okay? Everybody has a problem with somebody dancing at a mehndi. There's always an auntie who's like, हम नहीं ये करते.
Yeah.
Okay? ये हमारे काम नहीं है.
Yeah.
इधर आदमी है. This, that, whatever. Okay? Who are the first aunties that move their chairs to the front of the dance floor? Those very same aunties with their glasses, with their reading glasses ले आती है ऐसे लगाने के लिए.
Or this.
And then the whole time
Or this.
the whole, and then बाद में आएंगी ना, बेटा बहुत प्यारा डांस था, बेटा बहुत प्यारा करती हो आप, मेरे बेटे की शादी हो रही है, उधर भी आप जरूर आना.
Oh my God. And then behind your back is like, I went there. Yeah, I saw. Oh my God. Yeah, she was dancing with the men. Astaghfirullah.
Meanwhile, the man's her brother.
Right? Oh. I think this stuff happens a lot. It's not even always with like dancing, right? It could be with like so many things. Like it could be like you do like the smallest thing and there's always something that people have to say. And honestly, that thing that you just said about like they come to your face and they're so nice about it. So nice about it. And then behind your back, it's just like and you're hearing about this from other people down the line. Your mom's getting phone calls. That's the stuff that bothers me. I think that's the biggest thing that's always bothered me about aunties, that like they don't know how to just not say anything.
I was invited to a wedding where I was asked to do a speech.
Yeah.
I did a speech. I did it in English.
Yeah.
Okay. Because majority of everybody did their speech in English, by the way. It's not just me.
Yeah.
And then I had to hear it. Beta थोड़ी सी उर्दू में भी बोल लिया करो.
Auntie, मुझे उर्दू नहीं आती. मेरी उर्दू अच्छी नहीं है.
I was like, bro, you understood every word I said in the speech.
No. But if you had done it in Urdu, she would have been like, बेटा आपको ना अपनी उर्दू की थोड़ी सी प्रैक्टिस करनी चाहिए.
थोड़ी सी क्लासेस ले लो. ऑनलाइन सिखाते हैं.
आपकी उर्दू इतनी अच्छी नहीं है. ठीक है? Like, there's no winning.
Yeah, there's no winning.
You could never have won, girl.
No, I would have never won.
Actually, I feel
also, like it would be so uncomfortable to say a whole speech in Urdu.
Okay, but your Urdu
I'd be like,
No, your Urdu is better than mine. I would be like, Urdu English. Urdu English.
हम university campus पे मिले थे.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, dot. Anyways,
like,
good luck, girl.
Yeah.
Y'all look great.
You want to know something? You know, I've noticed when you speak in Urdu, like, because I'm born and raised in Canada, okay? So like, you know how we say things in Canada? It's like, oh, put the garbage inside the bin or whatever.
Yeah.
And you say, in Urdu, when you translate, you're like, aapne garbage bin ke andar dalna or something, right? But like, there's like, you know, what I'm trying to say is like, there's certain things that you say in English that if you translate it in Urdu word for word, it's not the right way to say it in Urdu.
Yes, you're right.
Right? So like, but my problem is that because I speak in English, I think that's how you say it in Urdu. That's how you say it in Urdu. So I'm saying things and my mom will be like, you need work, girl. Not even your Urdu, just in general, you need work. Like, what the hell?
Yo, that self-reflects too, okay?
I self-reflect too. And like, you know, like it's not, technically it's not garbage, it's kura. But like, I'll say garbage.
I'll say
I'll be
garbage
like,
too.
Mom, ab garbage that are dal sakti hain, garbage that are dal sakti hain bahar, ab garbage that are bin ke andar dal sakti hain. And then my mom is just probably like, it's called kura, besharam. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but then once in a while, if I want to say kura, I'll say it with an accent and then it sounds funny. Like, kura.
There's so many words like that you're just like, you know, you gotta roll that up.
Yeah,
like, you gotta okay?
Listen to me.
It's rough out there.
Yeah, it's a rough situation.
Guys, we have actually also heard you guys. There's so many of us, so many people that message us and we're like, do an episode in Urdu, do an episode in Urdu, do an episode in Punjabi. And I'm like, if I spoke Punjabi, it would be just Galian because that's all I know.
I don't think I could do it in Punjabi, but I could. We'll definitely try a segment in Urdu.
A segment in Urdu is definitely happening.
We're gonna test the waters. But listen to me. Y'all gotta be nice.
Y'all gotta be nice because you know what? Like, hum koshish kar rahe hain, like, let us be. My goodness. Yeah, honestly. Especially like these.
Sometimes y'all just let out the wolves on TikTok comments, okay?
You know these people that call us burgers? They call us burger budgies. That should be the new podcast, Burger Baji Podcast. Hey. But like, I am so confused. Because you know what? Okay, I'm going to throw this out there.
I can't breathe.
Initially, when they call us Burger Wali Baji, right? I was like, what does this mean, Burger Wali Baji? Okay, like I had no idea, right? So I messaged her. I messaged her, Ruja. I'm like, yo, there's so many. I'm like, Ruja, I'm so confused. There's so many people in our comments saying we're Burger Wali Bajiyan. Like, what does that mean?
Just leave the burger emoji.
And I was like, what does burger mean? Like, I don't get it, okay? And then what did you say, Aruj? It means...
Yo, I forgot what I said.
I feel like you said, like, it's like
high class, like, people who are trying too hard.
I felt like it meant, like, an actual, like, the way a burger looks, like, the bun is white, but the patty is brown inside.
Yo, it could be that too.
That's my thought on it. And I was just like...
People are like, oh, coconut. We're just being coconuts.
I'm like, oh... But a coconut is brown from the... Oh, okay, I get... Which way is it? Are we brown on the outside, brown on the inside? Or are we white on the outside, brown on the inside? What is it?
Yo, the ball just dropped, okay?
I'm so confused, honestly. Okay, yeah, well, if you want to call us burgers, fine. ठीक है, मैं हूँ.
बहुत मजे के हैं, okay?
Okay, I had a pupo tell me that I should have been a tomboy so that my younger sibling would have been a boy. But I was a girly girl, and that's why my younger sibling is a girl. I literally wanted to be like, ma'am, go address this with your brother who determined the gender of his children.
Huh? What kind of nonsense is that?
Can I throw something out there, y'all? Unrelated. The amount of people that DM'd us and the first word you'd see is pupo. And I'm just like, what type of pupos do y'all got, yo?
No, guys.
What type of pupos do y'all got?
Listen to me. I think we need an episode dedicated to
pupos. Okay, pupo. I'm not gonna lie though. Like, I can say I have pretty cool pupos. Like, they're nice people.
It is definitely a toxic relationship though. But I lot of
heard
families.
This from many people, many people, that the pupos, they're not being the pupos that they should be.
Okay, also, I've heard so much. Okay, this is going to be a personal experience story. When I was pregnant with my second, my first was a boy, my second was a boy, and then I was pregnant with my third, okay? And everybody would look at like the head shape and some hairline or whatever at the back of his neck.
Dots at the...
and the back of the neck. And they'd be like, Aruj, don't even worry about it. Your next one is a girl. Guaranteed it's a girl. Oh, your belly is looking lower. Oh, you're this. And I was like, all right, cool, whatever. Honestly, I don't believe in any of that because...
I don't believe any of that.
they said it for my first when I was pregnant with my second. My second was a boy.
There
Okay. Guess what? Go to the ultrasound. It's a boy.
It's a boy.
Okay? All of this. Oh, you should have dressed like a tomboy, and your sibling would have been a.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
This is major bakwas.
तो बकवास है मैंने कभी जिंदगी में इतनी बकवास चीज नहीं
Honestly,
सुनी, okay?
that is the stupidest thing ever. I just, you know what? I don't like this. Okay, it's like the older gen with their like psychic abilities. Okay, to be like, yeah, I got an inner voice with your child in your womb.
Yo,
okay.
One time, one auntie was like, "Oh, you know, when you're trying," she's trying to awkwardly tell me when to do it. When you're trying and you want a girl, like, do it during the day.
What?
Oh, ick. Ick.
That's an ick.
That's so gross. And it was such an awkward conversation, and I think I get so heated because I'm like, my mom doesn't say stuff like this to me.
That's what I'm saying.
Who are you, lady?
That's what I'm saying. And you know it's inaccurate. It's you guys, there's no way other than getting that ultrasound done. Okay. Like,
And
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
this is in God's hands.
Yeah, it is in God's hands.
We just
Let
need
it
healthy
be.
babies.
Yeah, man, let it be. Like, it is what it is.
I don't know in what zamana, but I ended up adding my pupo on Instagram.
Oh, Lord.
Damn, did I regret it. Anyways, let's go to my story. I wished a Gori friend of mine on my story, which was a very decent picture of the two of us. And of course, I tagged her.
Okay.
Next thing I know, my mom is sending me pictures of my Gori friend posing on the beach with a bikini. I was like, what? How did my mom even get any of these pictures? It turns out, मेरी पुप्पो ने send किए थे मेरी अम्मी को, and she said कि तुम्हारा बेटा गोरी के साथ चक्कर चला रहा है. Watch what he's doing.
What?
Yeah. And then she goes, honestly, these puppos are the biggest spies ever.
Oh, ho.
First of all, why'd you add your puppo on Instagram?
Why would you?
Also, you know, Instagram has those features now where you can have a friends list.
Yeah.
Make that friends list.
Make the friends list.
Don't include any
Because,
family
yo,
on that.
the Pupos want all the smoke. Let me tell you, yo.
And the fact that she found some bikini photos, like, what you doing, Puppo?
Pops, what are you doing?
I need to see her Google search history.
Right?
What is she looking at?
Yo, like, they are the ops too. Like the way they just like
be mindful of what you put on
be
your
mindful.
socials.
And I get it, but I'm also just like, please, I am now in my like, I'm close to like 40. Like, I don't need people to tell me like
what I can and cannot do on my social
Yeah,
media.
like y'all, come on now, stay in your
Also,
lane.
we don't need Puppo hate. We get hate from everybody else.
We get enough hate. We don't need that. I'm sitting here thinking like, yo, I added you to my account. I said, I want to be cool with you. That's probably what she was thinking. Like,
Yeah.
oh, she loves me. Let me add her. And then Papa was like, how dare you, yo? You're such a bitch. Shut up. What type of people do you hang out with?
Also, again, with the overseas calls.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
out here calling your mom, being like, oh, by the way, your son has a chakkar with some gori?
Yeah.
Bro,
And then-
y'all are friends.
And then you know if she's calling your mom, she be calling her other circle too.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, that kitty
I
party.
already know that your mom's lining up those rishtas.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
you know,
mera beta kharab na ho
that's
jaye, maine
what I'm
Australia
saying.
bhej diya hai.
You know, when you have your committees and stuff, you know she's going around being like, by the way, do you see this picture?
The kitty party?
The kitty party.
No, I definitely know. She's like, hum isliye apne bachche ko nahi bhejte.
Or like-
Meanwhile, they're low-key jealous that you're sitting in Australia.
or they're like, yeah, इसलिए मैंने अपने बेटे को बताया था कि वो बिल्कुल नहीं अपनी तस्वीरें post कर सकता on social media. And then you go and you're like, well, actually, he just blocked you and I can see his social media.
Meanwhile, your cousin actually has an affair with a gori. Oh, but the Puppo just doesn't know. Shots fired.
Shots fired. Fire. You don't get more toxic than my husband's auntie who didn't want us to get married. Yo, that's a real thing, eh?
That is a real thing.
You know, these aunts that like find out, like they'll just sometimes find out, you know, sometimes your parents will be like, oh, like, please pray for my daughter or my son. Like there's like a rishta thing happening or whatever. Or like, hey, we just wanted you to know that like our daughter's getting engaged to this person. And the way they come out with their like magnifying glass investigator. By the way, so, you know, I know you told me that this person's getting married to this person, but I just want you to know that I did some research. Okay.
God.
I did some sleuthing. And I just want you to know that his brother's cousin's brother, the brother's cousin's brother's son's brother, I saw him outside with a girl and it wasn't someone that he's getting married to. I just want you to know that. Or like, I don't know about the family. I don't think the family's good. Like, it's just the way they do.
Okay, but also the way that they get the information out.
they get the information.
पता नहीं कहाँ से बात फैला के.
Yo, for real.
Where do they get this from?
Yeah, why do they even think they can come and say something?
Oh my gosh, I can't even handle how they bring out all these like quote unquote secrets of this whole thing.
Yeah. Oh, I agree with you. I think it's a little too crazy. And I feel like it's so out of touch because how do you even know that this was like a rishta or if it was like a love marriage and somebody's like, no, I want to marry this person.
Who are you to stop a rishta?
And who are you to stop? And then they're the ones that have kids that are ending up like, oh yeah, well we wanted to marry this guy and we want to marry this guy. And all of a sudden at that time, everything is fine and dandy. Everything is fine and dandy. Yeah.
Now you're being a supportive parent.
Yeah. But I just feel like, take a step back and be like, okay, you know what? I don't need to get involved. I don't need to do my little investigation. We're good. As if like the parents do not even look into things properly.
Exactly.
Right? Like what?
Like you don't think like their parents are going to be like, no, this is going to work for them. This is the best thing for them.
Or like if, let's say it is a loved marriage, then like let them do what they want to do. Let it be. Let him be. Back out. If no one asked for you to go do your little taftish, whatever. I don't know where I'm learning all these Urdu words.
Yeah, love it. I'm in it. You know what? I just feel like when it's older cousins who are first, or like older people in the family who are first getting married, like they're first in line, that's when a lot of this comes out.
I 100%
because then when it's the younger kids, it's kind of like, like paving, like when older siblings pave the way, right? Like it happens with the older cousins, and then when it's the younger ones' turns, it's like these Phupos, these aunties, they forget their own time.
They forget.
Like, jo bhi mere bacche kahenge. But it's like when it was somebody else's bacche, you had to come in and be like, no, this rishta is not good.
Yeah, or it's like you're coming up to me and saying this stuff after like my daughter's nikah is done. Fam, are you serious?
Yeah, it's none of your business.
Like, who do you think you are trying to save them? Like, I hate that stuff because it's like, that's not your job to save them. You don't know anything about the relationship that like one person might have with the other person, right? And let's say someone's extended family is, let's say like they are like some crazy person. Let's just say hypothetical, okay? Even then, what does that have to do with that specific person?
Exactly.
Like I would even say like me and my sisters are so different. You know what I mean? Our mannerisms are different. Like our personalities are different. Siblings can be different. Cousins are so vastly different.
So different.
You know what I mean? So like just take a step back and don't get involved. Why is it so hard not to get involved?
And why is it so hard to give your input?
Yeah.
Like, or not to not give your input. Because I just feel like, you know what it is? People always feel the need to make it about themselves.
Yeah.
Okay? And if it's a rishta situation, they want to be in the forefront. Yeah. They want to be like, oh, maine karwaya hai, or maine inki, I made sure that they were like this and I had to do this and whatever. Maa baap to karte hai, lekin hum bhi, ye to hamari beti ki tarah hai. That, because you act like this person is actually like your beti or your beta, but really on the inside, you're just trying to sabotage this right now.
Yeah, like don't be a sabotaging Susie, okay? What's like a name, an S? Sabotaging. Yeah, that's a good one. There should be a better one though.
Sabotaging Shazadi.
A sabotaging
Sarfarosh. No, I'm just coming up with some old school names.
Yeah, but you know what? I just feel like you don't have to be that way. I think when you hear about somebody's happiness, regardless of what you think of that person, let them be. Let them make their decision. If it is a mistake and that's their thing to handle, it's not yours. Stay out of it, butt out.
And you know what else is the worst? Is like people like this, if the rishta doesn't work out, okay, or if let's say they did get married and it didn't work out, then they take so much pride.
Like मैंने तो उनको बताया था.
Like, oh, मैंने तो उनको warning दी थी. I did my FBI investigation from the beginning.
Yeah,
bro, you don't even let them have their moment of grieving the relationship loss.
Yeah, like why can't you just be like a legit person and be like, wow, I'm so sorry you went through that. That seems really difficult.
But you just can't. You have to be all like, well, I told you so.
Yeah, ain't that the truth? It's really, really sad and unfortunate, actually.
All right, guys, we're going to end on that note.
We're going to end. Okay, so as you guys know, we always post a little question in our question box. You guys, please keep sharing your toxic stories about whatever you've toxic auntie or uncle stories, because we always come back and we do like part 3, part 57, part 60,000. You know what I mean? So share more, or if you guys have any other great topics, please feel free to DM us and share those with us. Please subscribe to our channel below. Give us that 5-star on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify, and we will see you guys next time. Bye.